My gosh. My goodness. Could that be forest? That may be forest. Look at that. Oh, I don't know. I think that's TC. Oh, I believe that's TC. Forest is 2004. We'll know who he is. That sure looks like TC. I don't know if he'll run off when I go out there or what. That is a giant buck. I mean, a giant. Look at those antlers. That's a huge, huge deer. I'm shooting from inside the house. Look at that deer. Through the door, windows on the door, little small squares, about a foot square. I'm going to go outside and try to get a little bit better look. And I don't know, he may run away or not. Could be a totally wild deer, but I believe that may be TC. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I believe it's TC. Apache told me he saw TC and he's huge. Hi, TC. Is that you, TC? Huh? Is that you, buddy? Camera's going crazy. Look at that deer, though. I can't tell, but now TC's got a purple tag. He's got tags in both ears, and I believe that deer does. I believe that deer does have tags in both ears. Golly, I looked out there and I saw him and I thought it was forest. He was so wide and so big. That's TC. Sure as the world, that is TC. I want y'all to look at that deer, though. He doesn't come around very often, and he's really old. I believe there's a tag. I believe there's a tag in that left ear, and I think there's one in the right ear as well. One is purple, kind of faded purple because he's so old. One is white, but I kind of think I'm seeing a little bit of a purple tag there. His antlers kind of flare on the end like TC. Forest would have been just a perfect 10 or 12 and probably a 200 score. That deer right there might be up there around 200 as well. Really, really huge. Look how fat and big he is. But he doesn't have any kind of sway in his back, and I thought TC had some sway in his back. We need to be able to look at his ears. It's a possibility. It's probably not. It's a possibility that could be forced. But Forrest had more of a typical rack. That deer is a little atypical. Non-typical is the correct word to use, obviously. I think that's TC. I believe that's TC. I think there's a tag in this ear, and there's probably a tag in the other ear also. We haven't been able to see that other tag. Benelli's out here running around. He's a little bit... He does not worry too much about Benelli. That's a treat right there. I haven't seen that deer in about 3 weeks. You know, even though that I don't think is forest, I sure thought it was. I guess I'm just wishful thinking. But I sure thought that was forest. But, you know, with him coming back occasionally like he does, certainly means that Mr. Forrest might come back as well. Apache has a belief that Forrest and little Whitey are together somewhere, and they got to cross on the other side of the lake, and they're living on that mountain over there. But I would think that one or both of them would simply come home. I think that deer's got a purple tag in that. Now we're looking at the other side. You know, they've got their ears or membranes are pretty thin, and so when they get that sunshine on like that, it kind of looks a little red. And Forrest is 2004. We know that. The fourth deer born, 2000. He would be 5 years old right now. Look at that deer as he walks away. Is that majestic? That's worth the price of admission right there, folks. Share this video with all your friends. Let them know how much fun we have watching the antlers grow right here on Twin Eagle Ranch. That's a butamus right there. Absolutely butamus. Oh my gosh. I love whitetail deer. They've been so much fun to hunt all my life. Since I was 16. They're even prettier to hunt now and not hardly ever kill one. I guess it's been over 5 years since I've taken a deer. Chris has been sick over 4 years. Probably been over 6 years since I've taken a big giant whitetail buck. That doesn't mean I won't at some point in the future. It's hard for me to not fall in love with these big boys. That's gorgeous right there. Absolutely spectacular. Wow. Hope y'all enjoyed that just half as much as I did. Watching him walk off into the woods. Did you see that? I've been visiting with my buddy Roland Martin, Jerry Brouchard, on the telephone this morning. And I'm watching out here in the prayer circle while I've been talking. 4 beautiful deer laying in the prayer circle. You can see them laying there. It's going to be another 100-degree day. I think heat index is set for 108 degrees. And there's 4 beauties laying out there in the prayer circle. Just enjoying the morning. It's cool this morning. I say cool, it's 80 degrees, but it's nice. We got a little breeze out there, and the humidity, of course, is down low, but the heat just is almost suffocating in the afternoon. Also been on the phone. I've been on the phone about an hour. I hadn't even taken a shower yet. Been on the phone with my buddy Josh Jones. He's fishing with Kyle Hall yesterday, and they were fishing one of our city lakes here, a couple of our city lakes actually in Oklahoma, here in southern Oklahoma, a couple city lakes, and he'd caught an 8-pounder the first hour or so they were on the lake, and then they went to crappie fishing. And they didn't do any good on the crappie. They went back to bass fishing. They caught a couple 2 or 3 7-pounders and really did well. And the one question that I asked Josh was how deep the thermocline was on that lake, those lakes. And he said, well, it's 14 foot, and they haven't had a thermocline until just here recently. Well, we've had a thermocline here in southern Oklahoma. He's fishing, I guess you'd call it, not quite southern Oklahoma. But we've had one at 12 foot all year, and he said it pushed all those fish up above that 14-foot level, and he was catching them 8 foot deep. So one of the things to remember, even this 100-degree weather, if you've got a thermocline in the lake that you're fishing, and you can see that on your locator, even if you just have down vision, you can see that on your locator easily. The fish is going to push the fish all above that thermocline. So fishing summertime, 100 degrees, you do not have to always be fishing foot deep. If you don't have a thermocline, the fish will probably be deeper, but with the thermocline, they're going to be up above that thermocline. The deer are just enjoying themselves this morning. I've been watching them for about an hour while I visited on the phone, and I thought I'd like to share the beauty with y'all this morning. 4 beautiful deer laying in the prayer circle. I think they're praying for Chris. What do y'all think? That is amazing. It's a blue heron. A blue heron walking around in the front yard. Now, it's not unusual to see them at the lake. This one's in the front yard. Walked all the way across the front. I've been watching. Crazy. Crazy. That's crazy. Definitely not an unusual sight here on the ranch like a blue heron walking in the yard is. Only got to see a few seconds of that. I actually watched a couple of minutes for it. Thought about shooting a little video of it. But that's 3 generations, if you want to call it that. Red tag and her doe from last year, her doe child, and her baby from this year. If she had twins, she lost one of them. And her other baby from last year, her son, is right there, laying in the prayer circle, right by my beautiful Ram truck. Expressway Ram, Evansville, Indiana. I've been getting trucks from them for quite a few years now. And Mount Vernon, Indiana, Evansville, Indiana. Very, very beautiful trucks. There's her son. He's being sort of separated a little bit more from the family. Thunder chicken. Big giant gobbler. The world is at peace this morning at Twin Eagle with all the stuff going on in the world, both good and bad. That little family right there, not paying a whole lot of attention to it. Not worrying about it much at all. That's probably a little buck, sure tall, beautiful. So those would be sisters right there. Red tag, the only one of the family that has a tag. I never get tired of watching deer. I definitely never get tired of watching baby deer. They are so special. Red tags. Heading over to the prayer circle, looks like. Waiting on that feeder to go off is what she's waiting on. Teaching her little baby boy or baby girl. That's where the groceries are, right here. Very, very special. Very precious. I love it. Don't do that. Have to stop and pee. This is the prayer circle, baby. I love it, Mom. This is nice. And that is what my house babies were waiting for. Hanging around the prayer circle, waiting on the Texas Hunter feeder to throw out a South Fresh breakfast that they enjoy 3 times a day, 4 times a day. I think I'm throwing 4 times a day there. If you live anywhere around where you have deer, and it's legal in your state to be able to put a feeder out around close to your house, by all means do it. Not only are you helping the wildlife and squirrels, turkeys, quail, pheasant, whatever you have in your area, deer, elk, you'll just enjoy it so much. It's just one of nature's gifts to mankind to be able to watch wild animals and see them become less wild as they realize that they enjoy being around humans that respect them and take care of them. Now, I'm a hunter, so don't get me wrong. Don't put me in with some of that crowd. Definitely pro hunting, pro fishing. And I've hunted lots of different species. But this is really enjoying watching them. Look at big gobbler out there trying to get his share. Wildlife's not good about sharing. There's no doubt about that. They're definitely not good about sharing. Mama took the little baby and took him out, put him somewhere away from the rest. Now he's coming back. I guess she took him out and told him to lay down somewhere. But he learned that there's food with that fooder, and there he comes. He's like all little boys, probably going to be in trouble with his mama. He said, I'm going to come out and get me some of that food. He said, I'll get right in here with these big boys and see what goes. My goodness. That's a sight to behold right there, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. If you start your day out with something like that, the squirrels running around out there, start your day out with something like that, how can the rest of the day be too much of a problem? Golly. I love it. I absolutely love it. God sure knew what he was doing, didn't he? And he still does know what he's doing. I imagine God enjoys looking at them too. I was watching that little baby this morning, and it's been frolicking around and trying to do some zoomies and back and forth, trying to get somebody to play with it. And I guess it's one of the reasons why so many deer have twins. They have a little brother or sister to play with. And he was really frolicking around there, and nobody would want to play with him. So he was bucking and bouncing like they do. And now he goes behind my truck. And we don't even see him. Yep, he's not going to stay around long, but that's a very nice way to be welcome back home. Beautiful, wild 8 or 9 point buck in the yard. He was out in the yard feeding, and he got a little nervous there. He walked by the window when I put Chris to bed a minute ago. We just got back. We went to church with Sherry and the kids today. Sherry and Jack and the kids. And there he goes running off. He didn't stick around very long. But awful windy. Probably getting a lot of static on this. Maybe Pat just put some music behind it. And just like that, he's gone. Hi there, babies. Hi there, babe. Stay here. Come here, Benelli. You stay here. You stay, sit. I guess the feeder just went off. Sit, Benelli. Oh, that one buck says, I don't know if I want to hang around or not. Aren't they pretty? Look at that guy back there. 4 by 3. This one over here is a little bit better than that, I think. Looks like he's got a little bit of extra stuff trying to grow. He might be a really good one next year. I'd say he's got some Iowa blood in him. I'd say that one back there probably does not. Although that's a really healthy looking deer. No, he doesn't have but one brow tine. Maybe, yeah, maybe like he got about 4 on one side. 1, 2, 3, 4 on one side and only 2 on the other, yeah. This guy over here, like he's a nice 4 by 4. Yeah, he's looking good. A pretty guy. And a couple of ladies. Hi, ladies. One mama lady and 1 year-old fat toe. Look how fat they are. Beautiful, beautiful baby. 3 ladies there. Benelli's right here beside me, so they're a little nervous with Benelli around. That is so pretty. It is so nice to be back at the ranch. Been on the road really about 10 days. Back here for one night. Got back in here about midnight at 1 o'clock and left at 5 o'clock the next morning. So it was not hardly here at all. Got a 1.8 inch rain yesterday, or today. That's good. Very good. I don't know whether it was yesterday or today, but it's in the gauge. So I love it. That is a beautiful shot right out there. That is a beautiful picture. This is out in the woods, close to the house. Every one of those deer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, are laying down. I don't know if in this light I can zoom all the way in. I guess I can. And we see that I believe that's probably those 2 bucks and 3 does that we saw. Kind of dark down through there, but just look how peaceful they are. Now they're all looking at me. They all know I'm here. They don't care. They're just laying around, lounging, not paying up much of attention to anything, enjoying life on an afternoon, evening, I guess you'd say, close to dark. Just absolutely gorgeous. And that's what deer do on a hot summertime day. Is that one back there too? Laying right there? I don't know. I don't think that's a deer laying there. I think it's just some leaves I'm seeing. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I believe those are those same 5 that I saw here a little bit earlier today. That's when you know that the deer feel secure and safe, when they can be this close to the house. You're walking around out here with your blab, enjoying a nice afternoon, and they don't even get up and walk or anything. They just lay there and look at you. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful.